11. Just heard my first gobble. No idea where it's at. I think it's in this direction. Definitely sounds like it's back there. Yeah, we need to go down there. I don't think that's in the direction of the birds that were on private last night. Hear that? Sounds like he's on the ground now. I'm pretty certain he's on public. I don't think he's the bird I saw last night. So as I figured, they all flew down and walked away from me. So we're going to move up a little bit and hope that they decide to work their way back up this way. So we talk a lot about the cool things that you get to see while you're doing this chasing 49, trying to complete the US Super Slam. And it takes you to corners of the world that you never thought that you'd get to see. And get to see things that you never thought you'd get to see. Like this right here. With the exception of a watering hole where I found some fresh tracks. Everything else has been old. So they were here, but I don't know when. So gotta keep going. They're in here somewhere. So, just got to a new spot, pulled in, and went to go lock the back of the truck up, and I found turkey poop. And it's fresher than any of the sign that I had just seen in the last place, so. I'm going to take that as a good omen. There's the truck. There's turkey poop. Good sign. Good sign. That thunder needs to hold off, but it is not looking like it's going to. I really hope that storm holds off. These birds. Oh, I don't think it's gonna make it. These birds are just below me. They've been roosting right here. I'm in a really good position. But I think that storm is gonna beat me to it. I'll do a recap from inside the truck. It's getting nasty out here. Thunder and lightning. But man, we got him. And I want to keep him dry, so yeah, baby. Oh man. I'm gonna be sore tomorrow. This is why you stick it out. Shit! Ah! I got really conflicting emotions right now. Oh man, where do I even begin? When did I fall? I'm all covered in mud. Man, that was the most exhilarating hunt I think I've ever been on. And I have no desire ever to repeat that, what just happened. I'd been sitting there where I was sitting this morning, and I knew that there was a bunch of birds, but they were down there on private, and there were a ways down there. I had heard 3 different gobblers down in there. And then I told you that storm was starting to come in, and then I could see the storm coming across the mountain, the next mountain ridge over, and I'm like, man, I don't know if this is going to happen. And I'm looking at my watch, looking at the storm, looking at my watch, and then every time it would thunder, one of the birds would gobble. Well, the one bird, this bird that's in the back of the truck, he gobbled, and he was still where he had been, but he's, you know, kind of right in front of me, and this is a drainage that kind of goes down into this field. He gobbled, and he was down there, and then thunder again or something happened, and he gobbled, and he is much closer now, and should be within sight, and I don't see him. But I get ready, and I'm like, man, he's got to be like right here. And then he gobbles again, and he's right beside me. And there's a big rock outcropping right there, and I'm like, he is just on the other side of this rock outcropping. I mean, he's right here. Well, and I start trying to move my head around, trying to look up and over, and I guess he saw the top of my head, because, you know, humans, we've got this gap right here where we can't see, but something can see us. And I hear, "Buck, buck," and I'm like, well, it's now or never. I'm going to stand up and at least see if he gives me a shot. So I stand up, and he's standing there all alert. And I'm like, okay, if you're going to stand there. His head was right next to a tree, and I tried to move to the left and then pull the trigger. When I moved, my aim was just a little bit off, I guess, and I hit him because he dropped, and I thought for sure that was it. Well, then he gets his feet underneath him and starts taking flight. I swing, shoot, crunch him, roll him. He falls, hits, flops downhill, gets up, and starts to run off again. I take a third shot at him, and he goes crashing through some young saplings. I'm trying to dig another shell out of my vest, go hauling butt down there. I ended up running right past him. I go running right past him, look out over this levee or this ridge, and I'm looking down there going, you've got to be kidding me. I can't believe I just did this and lost this bird. Now I'm going to get soaking wet, possibly struck by lightning while I'm sitting here looking for this thing. And then I hear, and I look behind me, and not far from when he had crashed through that stuff, he was laying there and was doing the death flop. I don't have words. I don't have words to describe that. And then, so at that point, right after I shoot, so when I shot, right before I had shot, I looked at my watch, and I had 11 minutes until quitting time. And that was right before he gobbled. When I picked him up, thunder crashed really, really close to me. I haul butt back up to my vest and the cameras and go running back. And what I didn't quite pick up on, I tried to pick it up once I calmed down a little bit, but I had so much adrenaline running through me, and my first thought was to get the hell off that mountain because of that lightning. And the lightning actually struck the next ridge over as I was trying to bail off the side of the ridge that I was on. And I was in such a hurry, I seriously debated dropping my gun and just leaving it and coming back for it. But I wasn't sure in my frenzied state of mind at that moment that I would remember where I'd put the gun. And I had totally forgotten about Onyx. And I was just worried about getting to as low of elevation as I could, as fast as I could. Oh, man. That is not how I like to kill them. Just so everybody knows. I do not enjoy having to shoot a bird more than once. Not at all. It's not what I like. So don't take this excitement here as me being happy in the way that the details went down. I'm happy for the end result, but I'm not happy for the details. Because I'm happy that A, I'm alive and I didn't get struck by lightning, and B, I did retrieve the bird. It's going to be awful hard to take pictures in the dark. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. But I'll be damned. And I think I said it on the camera that I wanted to get him back before he got all wet. And I think I made it before he got all soaking wet. So, hopefully, he didn't get wet. And I can take a good picture tomorrow morning with him. I'm going to have to decide how I'm going to do that. But maybe I can get a good picture of him tomorrow morning. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. That is the only reason I can think that worked. What a wild ride today.